Good bonus video. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hey, here's our truck. I know, that's a Super Bee. Again, that's a Super Bee. I know. What happened to us getting back the quad deck? It's been a week. It's been a week. But we're empty. We're bringing this back too. I didn't even notice this in the dark. There's just a bucket hanging here, full of water. Why is there a bucket full of water? What the heck? I didn't notice that when I did my pre-trip. It was still dark, hidden behind the chains. I mean, I don't care, but that's weird. Okay, luckily I only have the trailer for a little bit. Let's put the reverse cam up. It's been snowing quite a bit last night. Had like an inch of snow on the truck today morning, but most of it's melting. Yeah. Beep yourself. Beepity beep beep. Is that a car coming without lights on or what? No, I'm good. Hang my head out of the window and look. Christina Lake. We are in Christina Lake, just past the town, right beside the lake. About to climb Paulson. It's hammer down. The batteries are not all quite charged yet. I spent some more of the money you guys are giving me. Thank you. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. I've ordered 3 new batteries with a charger, and then we won't have to worry about batteries being charged anymore. I'll be able to shoot 2 videos back to back and just swap all the batteries in between and then continue. That'll make shooting these bonus videos and the Sleep with a Trucker video much easier. I'm really struggling with that in the winter with the short days. So that should be here in another week. No Just this week and no Just next week, thanks to the stuff I ordered. Also, I'm going to buy 1 more big memory card so I don't even have to jump to the laptop to copy everything over in between like I do now. 2 of the cameras have bigger memory cards, 1 has a small one. Got 1 dash cam today, 1 mirror cam, and 1 reverse cam. Alright, coming up this week. We have Monday's video. Now I have to try to think what happened on Monday. Today's Thursday for me. Come on, radio. There we go. Monday. What did I do on Monday? I delivered. I can't remember. For the life of me, I can't remember where I delivered on Monday. Doesn't matter. I know I picked up a load at Tega in Kelowna, and then we shot a video from outside of Kelowna climbing up to Big White. No snow then yet. No snow until the end of the week here. Well, new snow. Tuesday's video. Oh, yeah, Tuesday's video. I crossed the border. I kept all the cameras rolling as I crossed the border. Nelway Medellin Falls border. It's a small little border. Almost looks like a gas station. So basically we leave the Salmo yard, head all the way down to the border, through Medellin Falls, and then through Medellin. And then Wednesday's video is literally a continuation of exactly that road the next day, because I did the same run 2 days in a row. So I started recording in Medellin, drove through Ione, went up and over the pass to Colville and delivered in Colville. So that's, if you watch Tuesday and Wednesday's video back to back, you'll see the highway all the way from Salmo to Colville, from British Columbia to Washington. Thursday's video is pretty much exactly what Monday's video is. I didn't realize that's what I was shooting until I was like halfway done. Climbing out of Kelowna, delivered the last load to that location in Kelowna. You guys seen that one a bit? Either me backing in or pulling out of that big glulam, the big apartment complex they're building, or whatever they're building there. It was the last load going in there. It's a dude on a bike going down the mountain. Holy smokes, that's dangerous. So yeah, we climb up to Big White and run in a little bit of slush, very similar to this type of flashing my fog lights at people. And then Friday's video, I don't know yet, but I know I'm picking up a load in Grand Forks tomorrow morning. I'm supposed to pick it up today afternoon, but there's just no way. The roads are too bad and took too long to unload. There's just no way I can make it back to Grand Forks with my quad deck to load today. I should load there first thing in the morning, head home. So a video there somewhere. You still kind of see the fall colors in the snow, although most of the trees are just naked. There's still a little bit of yellows and browns here and there. No engine brakes in, so it's on, so it sounds so much quieter. I'll probably turn them on here and there, but if I'm not using them, in the winter I just try to keep them actively off if the roads are bad. That's my dash cam powering down and powering up again for some reason. Not the high quality 4K video you guys are watching. The 1040p dash cam that's always rolling just in case of an emergency. Thanks the snail CJ Snail or Super Snail or whatever. He gave it to me. Muchly appreciated. Whenever I capture a clip of something unique, I send it to him for drivers of the Great North. road seems pretty nice over here. I figured if I could get enough juice in the batteries, this would be a good place to record going up the Paulson. Reports from last night, it was just solid compact snow, but the plows have been working hard. Yeah, I kind of hinted to it on Thursday's video coming up. Well, I said it straight out that I was angry at my boss, but I was so angry at my boss yesterday. Let's just say it this way. There was a phone call involved, and I was dropping F-bombs everywhere and told him if he wanted to do it that way, he knew where to pick up the keys because I could leave the truck where it was. Recently, you know what? I still love working for Sutco, but every now and then, everybody has bad days, right? It's very rare I have an argument with dispatch. They're pretty darn cool, but every now and then, you got to put your foot down and lay down the law. Me as a driver, I am way more important to them than they are to me. I can get a job anywhere, anytime. Told the boss that it's like, if I want to get abuse, I can go anywhere else. There's lots of companies out there that will treat me like shit. After a nice long conversation, about 2 hours later, I got a lengthy text apologizing, and it's like, basically, why do I have a Super B behind me right now? Because this week was a week of rescues. Tuesday morning, I dropped my quad deck and grabbed a different Super B and delivered a different driver's load in Castlegar and in Trail, and then went back and grabbed my quad deck and ran the quad deck the rest of the week. Oh wait, I got a Super B. Yesterday, Wednesday night, I was already shut down. I was just getting supper ready. I get a phone call asking, I know you're already shut down for the night, but how many hours do you have left? I'm like, E-log says 5 hours. He goes, could you do me a favor? Yeah, okay. It's actually our buddy Jeff S in the credits. He needed a favor. His truck is in the shop and he was running a day cab, and there's no way he could make his delivery in time in the day cab, so I had to bobtail from a Salmo over, thick fog here, bobtail over from Salmo to Castlegar, grab our buddy's Jeff trailers, and deliver those today morning. And then he said he was going to get my quad deck preloaded with a load to Idaho, which I would have to pick up today in about 2 hours. Go to Idaho, deliver that load, so it's Thursday, so deliver the load to Idaho Friday morning, pick up a load of bales, deliver that to Spokane, and then go to Grand Forks and load that Friday afternoon, and deliver that load near Seattle on Monday morning. And I'm like, dude, you're burning the candle on both ends. There's no way I'm doing that. I'm like, what happened to last weekend? Was a pretty rough weekend too. And he says, don't worry, I'll make it up to you this next weekend. I'm like, what happened to you saying you're going to make it up on this weekend? He goes, you know, it's the trucking industry. I'm like, I don't care. I'm like, that's a Sutco problem and not a me problem. You promised me a better, longer weekend this weekend, a decent weekend. I'm Still not going to get a great weekend, but I'm going to get what I want. I want my 48 hours off. It's like basically the highway fleet has gone from 20 drivers down to 10 drivers because there's not a lot of money in flat deck work right now. So most of or 10 of those drivers have gone to either the van division or to the residual chip division. Those are making more money right now. So the thing is, my boss is still expected to deliver the loads of all those customers we had before with only 10 drivers. So he's under a lot of pressure. It's not really his fault. It's whoever's in upper management that made the decision that the highway fleet's not making enough money. We need to put the drivers where more money is coming in, which makes perfectly sense. I'm all for that. You just cannot expect the rest of us to pick up the slack and work harder, because I certainly don't want the extra hours. I don't need a huge payday. It's one thing he goes, your next payday is huge. I'm like, don't care. I went home on the weekend, felt like a cripple on the couch the whole weekend because I was so burnt out. What's the point of making more money if I'm a cripple? So we had a fight. And I think you guys noticed there's been extra pressure like the last 2 weeks, 3 weeks, maybe even 4 weeks, the extra pressure. I'm starting to think of, going over to run vans and stuff, because the vans is physically a lot less intense. And they also usually get home Friday evening and most of the time get Saturday, Sunday off. Sometimes they have to leave Sunday evening. Just what I'm doing, I'm getting my full 48 hours off. They're getting the full 48 hours plus. And their paydays are a little bit smaller than mine, but only $100, $200 less. $100, $200 is nice, but not if you're a dead zombie cripple the whole weekend. And the van division is no touch freight. All you do is pin to pin. Drive a trailer to one location, drop the trailer. Well, some of it's live load. Sometimes it's pin to pin, sometimes it's live load. Sometimes you get to keep the same trailer for a week, but you're swapping trailers all the time. So that'd be something new to get used to. But I don't think I'd feel as burnt out. It's apparently much more of a chill, relaxing industry. But like you guys said, I think I'll get bored of that run. It's pretty much just hauling booze back and forth from Vancouver to either Calgary or Edmonton. And you do pop and Coca-Cola and Pepsi runs and stuff like that too. But it would be pretty much running Highway 16, Highway 1, and Highway 5. Having said that, it would be a beautiful drive, often going through bands and stuff, but I might get bored of that. So, I don't know, maybe I'll go to that van division for a couple of weeks, couple of months. I'm thinking about it. I just feel like I'm getting burnt out here. But I think I'll send my boss an email and kind of have a conversation with it. Basically, he can read the email now. He's got Thursday, Friday off. On Monday, after he's read the email, we can have a conversation and go from there. And if he still keeps burning me out, then I'll probably swap the fans. And it'll be cool for you guys. There'll be some beautiful videos going up and down those highways. I will try not to record the Coquihalla. Maybe I'll make a rule, if I do that, I'll only record the Coquihalla once a week or maybe once every 2 weeks. Because you know, that's how I could make a lot of extra money on this channel. Maybe try to record the Coquihalla on a stormier day. This corner here eats up quite a few cars in the winter. I thought there'd be more snow up here, but it's plus 1 degree Celsius. I guess it's all melting, and they really worked this hill. Like last night before, I guess yesterday afternoon when I came through here, they were spreading the de-icer all over the place. So apparently they worked the hill well enough that it's pretty good. I'm actually impressed. I was expecting to see compact snow up here. Quite nice. Polson Summit. Gonna jump out, do a brake check. Doing a bad job clearing out the brake check. The brake check's much bigger than their plowing. Plow more of the brake check so we can fit more trucks in here. Walk out and walk back in, and all the windows are fogged up. Let's turn the fan up a bit to get everything defogged. Can't see my mirrors. Nobody out there. My part to make the brake check bigger by driving through the snow. I do that quite often. So Like, make the brake check bigger, drive through the snow. On Thursday's video, I tried putting my power divider locker on, and it wouldn't turn on. Maybe there's a little water in the air or something. Turn my engine brakes on. Lots of grip out here. It's exactly 0 degrees, but lots of grip. I'll run with engine brakes. There we go. Everything's nice and defogged. It just wouldn't activate. I think there maybe was enough moisture in the air lines that must have frozen up that line. But right after the video, I tried it again, and all of a sudden, click, it went on, and I'm like, okay, just leaving it on. I leave it on all the time. Just when the truck goes into the shop, like last weekend, Kenworth always turns it off. I always drive, I started this a year ago, always drive with both axles having power. As a rule, you just drive with one axle having power. But I noticed, somebody told me it would make a difference, and it did. It made a difference. In tire wear, I had much more even tire wear with both activated all summer long. If nothing's binding or anything, just when I accelerate, both axles are getting power, especially up steep hills fully loaded in the middle of summer. The tire that always gets the power, if I have none of the lockers on, the tire that always gets the power, I guess the set of duals, is the left-hand front axle. Always gets the power first. And that's the tire that always spins a little more than the rest. And that tires on those duals wear down way sooner than any of the rest. Having said that, having the lockers on, the left front still wears out sooner than all the rest, but not way, way, way sooner. Car, careful, there's slush in that lane. If you hit that slush. So they were doing something bad there. So if you catch up with someone and you have to take a lane with slush in it, give the car in front of you more room, pull into the slushy lane with no oncoming traffic, see if you can travel in that lane at a reasonable speed. Can you make the pass in that slushy lane? Do that without risk of smashing into the car you're passing or oncoming traffic. I have pulled into the slush lane, but always with enough room to test it first. Okay, yes, I think I can do this, hammer down and pass that vehicle. Or nope, this sucks, I'm not going to be able to pass this vehicle, we'll just follow this car. Having said, I've made the wrong choice even after testing. I've committed to passing, and it's like, uh-oh, we're running out of passing lane. Now legally, the person you're passing, the person in the right lane is the one that has to give way, even though that's not socially acceptable and people will fight you on that one. Whenever someone tries passing me, I always give them the right of way. It is technically the correct way of doing it, and it's the polite way of doing it. The dude caught up with you, let him pass. Once he's passed you, he'll be gone. Most of the time you got the jackwagons that have to pass you and just slow down because they needed to pass you for no reason. My friend's dad is like that. Any car in front of him, he must pass. It's like, dude, they're all going the same speed we are. Rossland Trail. Exit here. Call this Nancy Green. It's a provincial park. Is it provincial park or provincial recreational area? I can't remember which. One you can camp in free, first come, first serve, but there's no facilities. I don't think this has facilities. And the other one is you have to pay to camp. Basically maintenance level. Provincial parks, you got to pay for the maintenance level. Provincial recreational areas, they're not really maintained by all that much. Got some pit toilets and some picnic tables, and that's about it. It's my style of camping. You know, no cell phone service areas. Yeah, you definitely don't want to leave the tracks here and hit the slush, but roads are really pretty good. Not going to be great once it freezes over, so make sure we keep moving. Get the trailer switched, get my trailer and get back over this the other direction empty. And yeah, I'm running quite a few miles empty, but that's only because I rescued the other driver and nothing here is going to the plan the way dispatch wanted to go to plan. And then I had to throw a wrench in it by getting mad at them. So they're now just giving me what I want. Take it easy around these corners just in case. I know when we recorded Thursday's video, I was breaking loose around some of the corners. Probably won't show up on video, it wasn't enough, but it was enough for me to know that my rear is sliding sideways. And that is jackknife territory. But I was always doing it when I put my foot on the throttle, so it's easy to recover from that. You just take your foot off the throttle. I was entering the corner slow enough that I was not sliding on the entry of a corner. I was always sliding on the exit as I was returning on, or going back onto the throttle. And every time that happened, I just take your foot off the throttle, let everything straighten out, and then back on. or not even all the way off, just, you know, reduced throttle. You know, the things that race car drivers do on every single lap, every single corner. It's kind of pretty with all the snow on all the trees. Quite relaxing, actually. Quite relaxing. And then some of these trees and brush have that like fire red look in the snow. Adds some pretty good contrast.
That's right. So you and Colleen and Mike?
Yeah, me, Colleen, and Mike.
How are they lagging cross-shifting with each other?
Actually haven't asked them about that.
Yeah, I doubt it. They're having fun. Is your truck running good now?
Yeah, you know what the issue was?
Yeah.
Where the key is, where the wire hooks to the back of the ignition, the wire broke.
Oh, lovely. And nobody can really figure out what's going on, eh?
Apparently not on the side of the road, so they load it to Kelowna, and yeah, once they put it in the shop, it took their instrument start section about half an hour to an hour to diagnose it, figure out what the problem was, and another 20 to rehook the wire back up, and off we went.
Oh, yeah, yeah. These the guys in Kelowna at a Western store, sometimes they're pretty good. Flying slow.
Yeah, I mean, Danny had me running around checking the same shit that I had already checked before I called him, and I'm like, Danny, like, there's nothing going on with the battery cables. They're all hooked up and tight, and like, I don't know what you want from me. I've already checked all this.
Yeah, that's right. I got new batteries on my truck just recently, a couple days ago.
Well, I could tell that chick in Kelowna was checking the batteries because everything was off the seat, and the seat was emptied, and so she was definitely under there, but yeah, it turns out that the wire
slushier here.
Which makes sense why the truck just died like that. Hit a little bump, the wire finally broke, and that was bad.
Yeah, well, at least you get it over now. So fixed. Okay, I'm coming to the brake check here, Kyle, and I'll speak to you later. I'll see you on the way back or something. And you have a safe travel, man. The roads are good on your side. Yeah, just a little bit slushy or slippery spots in Beaverdale, but yeah, other than that, it's pretty good.
Yeah, I think I don't have the time to make it any further.
Yeah.
Hey, there's some glue lamb again. Once again, not tarp in bad weather like this. So why am I the only one tarping these loads? Like this emergency delivery here I made to Capstone, it was glue lamb, not tarp. No, am I the only driver that's tarping these loads? Might explain why I'm so worn out. I'm the only one actually doing it. Go do yet another brake check, and then down into Castlegar. Try to hit that slush in the center there. That way nobody else has to hit it. I've already scattered it everywhere and let it melt. That would be the driver right there that said he was pulling up to the brake check. Don't tell anyone I wasn't wearing my reflective jacket. Poor Jeff. He's reading text message here. He drove over Kootenai Pass empty to load down near north of Creston. And the shipper proceeds to tell him that the load has to be tarped. And because he gave me this Super B, he grabbed a different Super B, and the one he grabbed didn't have any tarps, and the load must be tarped. So he's now driving from Creston all the way back over to Salmo, empty, bobtailing, over Kootenai Pass, which is icy. His mandatory chain up earlier in the morning, getting tarps, bobtailing back over. What a mess. All of this because his truck needed its inspection. It's bi-yearly inspection. You have to be inspected twice a year, and they discovered a crack in the rad, and his truck is down. So they're giving him all these different trucks and different trailers and different runs while they're repairing his truck. Poor guy. Poor Jeff. Oh wait, Jeff is a member, so he knows we're talking about him. Shh. We didn't say anything about Jeff. We don't talk about Jeff. No. I'm not gonna start singing. Get the slush. I sometimes have fun with that. I can be a little rebellious. I'm allowed to be, right? Welcome to Castlegar. Just so foggy down here. This is unusual. Kind of neat. To think just 2 weeks ago we were still recording beautiful golden leaves, red leaves, fall colors, and now we're in winter. I think maybe that's why we find fall so beautiful, because it lasts such a short time. Scale's been closed all week. it'll be okay doing the Bombi. If I thought it would be really slippery up there, I would go around to Nelson. Truck in the scale, 2 trucks in the scale. The SUVs are there, and there's light inside. The truck there with the 4-way flashers is MTI. Awesome, awesome Class 1 drivers school. Really, really awesome. Got all these empty Super Bs coming this way, and I'm going empty the other way. Highway blasting. I saw they're working up there. I'm not sure why they're blasting at the summit, but definitely doing some work up there. Bit of slush in the center lane there. Love this time of year. I need to start playing some Christmas music. I'll just kind of run on the white line because there's nobody behind us, and that's where the better grip is. The shoulder looks a little slushy-ish. I guess this is a long video, isn't it? We'll end the video at the brake check at the top of Bombi. Good time to stop. Hopefully the cameras outside are still all rolling. I hadn't thought of that. And for those people that always ask me to do live stream, I mean, that's largely gone away, but today's video started in a no cell service zone. You might get lucky, get a bar or two right at the lake there. But started in a no cell service zone, only have a little bit of cell service zone from that Castlegar brake check to that, while we were climbing that first section there up on this side. That's the only cell service we had, and now we're back in no cell service zone. So there's no physical way of doing a live stream. Maybe I get a 10-minute live stream in from brake check to the next climb. And people are like, Joe, just get so-and-so company. It's like, yeah, so-and-so company doesn't exist in Canada. And so-and-so company doesn't have cell phone towers in all these mountains. I think it'd be nice if the government subsidized cell phone towers on the mountain passes to have cell service on the main highways all the way through. +1, it's just staying above freezing. Kind of nice. Anyway, we'll head down this mountain, swap trailers, get my quad deck, turn around, head back over everything we just went over. Spend the evening in Grand Forks, edit a video or two, go home tomorrow probably, or hopefully by lunchish. It'd be nice if I got home by lunch on Friday. Definitely getting more slush up here. Still +1. Debating turning my lockers on. I'm empty, but it's a Super Beast, so there's a lot more drag when you're running the wheels through slush and water. I think we'll be fine. Alright, thank you guys so much. Really, really appreciate all your support. I'm debating asking you guys something No, we'll save that. It's got the slow sign out. Alright, I am out of here. You guys rock. Anybody notice that all? That I'm not gonna actually honk here? Was it your idea, Ian, to pre-record a honk? Sometimes you get a real honk, sometimes it's a pre-recorded one. See if you guys can suss out which one the pre-recorded one is. I am out of here. You guys rock.